Element, compound and mixture. Why are elements and compound called pure substance? And why is mixture called impure substance? I will also teach you the easy concept of chemical and physical combination. Before starting the lecture, click on the subscribe button and get access to our 100 of conceptual lectures for free. Firstly, understanding the basic concept of element and compound. We have learned in the previous lecture that every matter is made from atoms. Now let me give you two examples. Consider table salt and gold. We know that both table salt are made from millions of atoms. Let me ask you, can we split table salt into two or more simple atoms? Also, can we split gold into two or more simple atoms? Well, the answer is yes. We can split table salt into two atoms, sodium and chlorine. While here, the answer is no. We cannot split gold into two or more atoms because gold is made from only one atom, or gold atoms. Thus we say that table salt is made from two different atoms, sodium and chlorine, while gold is made from only one type of atoms. In chemistry, we call gold as an element because it is made from only one type of atoms, while we call table salt as a compound because it is made from two different types of atoms. The second example is consider sugar and iron sheet. Let me ask you again, can we split up sugar and iron into two or more simple atoms? Well, the answer is yes. We can split up sugar into three different atoms, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Here the answer is no. We cannot further split up iron into two or more atoms. Iron is made from only one type or one kind of atoms, while sugar is made from three different types of atoms. Thus, in chemistry, we call iron as an element because it is made from only one type of atoms, while we call sugar as a compound because it is made from three different types of atoms. Now we should thoroughly learn that what is an element. Well, element is defined as a pure substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances by any physical or chemical process. For instance, if you take a piece of gold and starts cutting it down, you will still get smaller particles of gold. You cannot get something else. Thus, in the definition, we therefore say that we cannot split up an element by any physical or chemical process. Secondly, in the definition, we say that element is a pure substance, which, believe me, many students neither know it nor try to learn it. Well, element is therefore known as a pure substance because it is made from one kind of atoms. Secondly, all these atoms have same chemical properties. Remember that every element is denoted by its own symbol. For example, carbon is denoted by C, hydrogen is denoted by H, and oxygen is denoted by O. Scientists have discovered 118 elements, out of which 92 elements are natural and 26 elements are artificial or man-made. Remember that these 118 elements are listed in a chart commonly known as a periodic table. For example, you can spot C in the periodic table. It is carbon element. Similarly, you can spot oxygen element and hydrogen element in the periodic table. Thus, whenever you see periodic table, think that it is the collection of total elements, 118 elements that exist in our nature. Here, let me also quickly give you a bonus tip. Are you confused about element and an atom? Well, it is not difficult. Atom is the basic or fundamental unit of an element. For example, consider a pencil. It is made from carbon. Carbon is an element. It is made from millions of small units or small atoms. Or you can say that when these small atoms of carbon combines together, we get an element like this pencil. Now, what is compound? Well, a pure substance consists of two or more different types of elements chemically combined together in a fixed ratio by mass is known as a compound. For example, table salt, sugar and water. Remember that compound is also a pure substance because it is made up of only one kind of molecules, and all these molecules have same chemical properties. Secondly, compounds are represented by the respective formula. For example, the formula of table salt is NaCl. The formula of sugar like glucose is C6H12O6, and the formula of water is H2O. Now remember that if you do not learn the two concepts in the definition, chemically combined together and fixed ratio by mass, then you will not understand compounds thoroughly. Hence, what is chemical combination? Well, when two or more atoms combine together due to either gaining and losing electrons or sharing electrons, we say that chemical combination occurs between atoms. For example, consider table salt. We know that in table salt, sodium atom loses one electron and chlorine atom gains one electron. As a result, they are combined together chemically. Secondly, what is meant by fixed ratio by mass? Well, it means that in compound, atoms combine together in fixed ratio. For example, consider water. We know that its formula is H2O. In a single molecule of water, there are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. The ratio of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atom is 2:1. If you increase or decrease this ratio, you may get something new. For example, adding one more oxygen atom to this, you get hydrogen peroxide. The ratio of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atoms, and this becomes 2:2. Therefore, we say that we have to chemically combine atoms together in fixed ratio by mass in order to get desired compound. Finally, let me teach you that what is mixture. Well, when two or more substances are physically combined together, we call it mixture. For example, cold drinks, tea, dyes, etc. In the definition, we say that substances are physically combined together. Now, what is meant by physical combination? Well, let me ask you, how can you make salad? You can make salad by just mixing the vegetables all together. The atoms of vegetables neither lose nor gain electrons. Thus, this simple combination is usually termed as physical combination. Some other examples of mixtures are when salt plus water are combined together, we get mixture. Here salt is compound and water is also compound. The second example is when you put some iron foils into the water, you get mixture. Here iron is an element and water is compound. Thirdly, when you add iron to gold jewelry, you get mixture. Here iron is an element and gold is also an element. Thus, combining different substances physically, we get mixture. Lastly, remember that mixture is not a pure substance. It is impure substance because two or more substances are physically combined together, due to which we have two different kinds of particles in a mixture. One can say that particles in mixture have not same chemical properties. For example, when you mix water and salt, water molecules have different properties than that of salt. Therefore, we say that mixture is impure substance. This was all about element, compound and mixture. I hope that you have learned all these concepts. Thank you very much for watching this video.